Is this the end signal for BTS, as fans have long feared? A shocking truth comes directly from Taehyung, and this statement has left Jungkook and millions of ARMY around the world silent in confusion. A statement that has long been anticipated and simultaneously shaken the emotional stability of millions of BTS fans. Kim Taehyung, better known by his stage name V, has finally spoken about his future after completing mandatory military service. This statement not only stirred up excitement among fans, but also touched a sensitive point in the internal dynamics of BTS, especially after reports emerged that Jungkook was extremely surprised to hear the decision and new direction hinted at by Taehyung. The question now is no longer whether BTS will reunite after all the members complete their military service, but rather, will Taehyung's decision alter the structure and vision of the group that has been built over more than a decade? Based on reports obtained from reliable sources within South Korea's entertainment industry, including indirect statements from HYB staff and leaked local media reports, there are strong signals that Taehyung may not continue his career along the path the public has expected. In a limited interview held privately at a military facility some time ago, Taehyung openly stated that he had begun to rethink his life goals and artistic career. "I've done a lot of thinking, and honestly, my world has changed," he said in a tone that many considered a strong indication of a major shift post-military. Although this statement was not publicly delivered in an official press conference, the information has been confirmed by two sources who are directly familiar with BTS's current internal communications. For ARMY, the global fanbase of BTS, this statement is not just a personal reflection, but a ticking time bomb that threatens the group's existence. Especially after it was revealed that Jungkook, the youngest BTS member known to share a close and emotional bond with Taehyung, was reportedly shocked and withdrew from public activities for several days after hearing the news. This incident was recorded in the agency's internal calendar, where Jungkook's schedule was abruptly cancelled without official explanation. The major question now resounds: what is really happening behind the scenes? Why did Taehyung choose this moment to deliver such a crucial statement? Is there an unseen conflict within the group that has remained hidden from the public? The issue of BTS's uncertain future is not new. Since each member began their military service, speculation about the group's direction has continued to grow. But this time, the speculation has been validated by a direct statement from a member, not just any member, but Taehyung, who is known for keeping his privacy and rarely speaking openly about future plans. Internal sources have stated that Taehyung's decision likely does not stem from internal conflict, but rather from his personal need to explore a broader artistic identity. He is reportedly becoming more interested in visual arts, film production, and possibly pursuing formal education abroad in the field of modern art. While this decision may appear logical from a personal standpoint, it still causes emotional tension, particularly for other members such as Jungkook, who is known to be deeply committed to seeing the group reunited after military service. What stands out most in this development is the way the information was conveyed. Taehyung did not hold a press conference or make an official agency statement, but instead revealed it during an internal discussion with staff and a few military colleagues. The statement then spread quickly within HYB and reached Jungkook's ears only a few days later. Tensions escalated further when reports emerged that Taehyung is exploring partnerships with several independent art institutions in Europe to release a non-commercial project unrelated to BTS or HYB. This has led many industry analysts to conclude that Taehyung's move is not just exploratory, but potentially a permanent decision to step away from the idol system that raised him. Amidst the uproar, voices have also emerged supporting Taehyung's decision, stating that every artist has the right to choose their life path. On the other hand, many feel that this statement could trigger a domino effect, especially considering BTS's popularity is strongly tied to the solidarity and presence of all 7 members as a whole. So, how did Jungkook react personally? According to information gathered from those close to him, including his personal manager and senior staff, Jungkook felt directionless for a moment after hearing Taehyung's statement. He is known as one of the most vocal members about wanting to reunite as a full group. In his last interview before military service, Jungkook said, "I want to perform again on stage with my Hyungs, completely as BTS." But now, after Taehyung's statement, That sentence feels like a hope hanging by a fragile thread. Interestingly, despite the controversy over Taehyung's statement, there are no indications that he made a unilateral decision without discussion. Some sources have revealed that informal meetings have occurred between several BTS members, though they took place privately and away from the media. Unfortunately, there is no clear information on whether those meetings resulted in mutual understanding or raised more questions. However, amid the overwhelming flow of circulating information, a profound question arises that cannot be ignored. Does this entire statement truly reflect the reality behind BTS's internal affairs? Or is it merely part of a larger scenario designed to attract public attention and maintain their presence during the military hiatus? As consumers of news and observers of global pop culture, we are obligated to reflect. To what extent can the narrative spread across platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other online media truly be trusted? Who was the first to spread this narrative, and what was the motive behind it? It is undeniable that today's media landscape is vulnerable to opinion manipulation through clickbait and sensationalism. Therefore, it is crucial for all of us to adopt a skeptical and reflective attitude before accepting such information as absolute truth. Could it be that this news is merely a series of emotionally arranged narratives designed to test fan loyalty and reaction? Or is there indeed substantial truth hidden behind the dramatic rhetoric peppered with personal conflict and internal division? We must ask, was Jungkook truly shocked as reported, or is that just an interpretation of vague statements cited by unidentified sources? Did Taehyung's statement truly express a reluctance to return to BTS? Or was it a spontaneous expression of personal fatigue quoted out of full context? And more importantly, why is this issue emerging now when all BTS members are still serving in the military and cannot directly refute or clarify things to the public? In this digital era, full of polarization and excessive information, skepticism is the last line of defense for the truth. Therefore, before you decide to believe or reject this news, take a moment to reflect. Do you truly understand the full context? Or are you merely reading fragments of a narrative polished to appear dramatic and emotionally provocative? We invite all of you to think, question, and engage in discussion, because only through a critical approach can we differentiate between truth and media construction. What do you think? Do you believe this is a truth gradually being revealed? Or is it merely a narrative manipulated for the sake of popularity? Let us use logic, facts, and intellectual integrity in responding to every circulating issue. Thank you.